Welcome back, guys. This is the final episode before taking it to the track and seeing what this thing is really made of. After that initial track day, we wanted to get the cage done, and there's a couple missing pieces.
We're gonna get that body kit finished, get it put on the car, get it painted.
Slam the seat.
And then that's it.
Oh, and we're doing something cool with the roll cage. Later in this episode, you'll see what we're gonna do. We're gonna paint it. It's gonna be unique. All right, let's get to work.
All right, we're gonna get to painting first. Basically, what I've gotta do, I have been kind of cleaning the floor and stuff, getting a lot of that old matting out. A lot of you guys might have been wondering what color we're gonna do for the interior. It's gonna be black, but I'm gonna do a Rust-Oleum bed liner. Yeah, that's right. A lot of you guys are probably like, but it actually creates a little bit of a tougher coating after it's dried, and it goes on really nice, kind of covers a lot of this ugliness that, you know. So I'm just gonna spray everything with this guy. I'm gonna get the windows taped off, kind of get a little bit of the stuff that's still in the interior taped off, but I've got most of it out, and just get to spraying. So I got a pretty good couple of coats yesterday. It is pretty rainy and cold and wet here, so I'm having to give this a little bit of extra time before I can kind of lay another coat. But so far, I mean, it's looking pretty dang good. I'm sure it's hard for you guys to see here, but this is a pretty textured coating. I'm pretty happy with it. I have thrown the final coat on the interior and have put 2 coats as well on the inside of the doors. We're going to give that, you know, about 24 to 48 hours to totally dry. And now I am going to move on to some body work. Before, a while back, I was working on the quarter panel over fenders, and these things were beat up really bad. They were cracked, they were chipped, there was whole chunks missing. So I did a whole bunch of fiberglass work, some Bondo over some of it. I completely built this whole piece out, you know, and I'm not gonna really go any farther than this and make an edge or anything like that, because there's not one for most of it. And I'll probably clean it up with some Bondo and get all these old holes filled so that we can start fresh with some new holes. And I'm gonna do the same to the other side. This one as well is missing a big chunk. I may leave that. It's not that big a deal, but I may fill it if I have time. And it's really cold here right now, so it's gonna take a while for some of this body stuff to dry. I might have to mix my fiberglass a little bit hotter than I usually do and work faster. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep working on this, and we'll check back in. forgot to mention that now that we have a cage in the car, we're gonna have to trim this beautiful, uncracked dash.
What? What the f?
So that it fits around said cage. There's quite a bit of trimming it will be. So, I'm a little nervous about this. I'm gonna do my best to measure and hopefully plan out where I'm gonna cut so that it kind of slides in real nice like, but I don't know. The dash is in. I had to cut quite a bit more than I really wanted to on this dash, but given the position of the rally bars here, it really made it difficult to get the dash to kind of wiggle in there. Not to mention that these rally bars come in pretty far. So these are kind of the cuts that I had to make, and basically had to blow out the whole side.
Had to blow out the whole side
of the dash on both sides just to get it to squeeze in. I really didn't want to have to do that, you know. I would like more of a full dash look, but I mean, it's pretty good. So it happens, you know. So also on another note, I'm gonna start a new video, Aaron, sorry. All right, now that the interior is back together, we're gonna add some more safety. These are All-Star Performance roll bar pads. Basically, you wanna put those anywhere that a driver's head may be able to come in contact with, and it's just a nice added thing. This bar here that crosses to the center back there will need a pad, as well as this bar here. I'm gonna cut a couple of chunks of this, get that zip tied up on there, because this sticky stuff that it comes with never works that well, and it's certainly not gonna work on the bed liner finish that I put on the interior. So I'm gonna get that cut up and we'll get it put on. All right, guys, check this out. A little plus. These Japan Spirit floor mats, so sick. Ties it together. This thing's looking real clean, guys, real clean. The trunk. Moving on to the rear bumper, I've found that since we put that crazy exhaust on there that, you know, sticks out, they didn't have that before. So we're gonna have to do some trimming on the rear bumper to make an exit for that exhaust. So I'm gonna kind of start here, get that trimmed out there, and I'll probably come along in here and trim this out as well, just so we kind of have a matching hole here and it doesn't look awkward. So I'm gonna get going on that, and then we'll see if it fits. Okay, so a little update here. I am getting this passenger side over fender put on. Right now I have just these two bolts holding it. And basically I want to see how everything fits up and what I'm gonna have to trim, if I'm gonna have to trim anything. But so far so good, it fits okay. This kit, or at least these over fenders, came with the car. So whoever had fitted them up the first time has trimmed a little bit here and there, and I don't know how well it was put on. It was in pretty bad shape before I, started working on it. So I'm gonna do minimal bolts in this thing. So probably one more in the center here, possibly. I just want this to kind of set down. And then I'll probably do, you know, one here at the back, maybe one up top, but probably not. And then one or two down the side, and then two on the bottom. Probably one in the middle. And then as this comes down, probably two in the bottom. When I did the R32, I really liked kind of the rivet look. I guess like a military airplane, you know, rivets everywhere. So I did quite a few more. But this one I'm gonna keep nice and simple, nice and easy to install and take off and swap out. So, yeah. All right, I've got the initial tube here for the Bashbar. So I didn't leave enough length here to get a full 90 degrees in the bender. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kind of trim it so that it's inside the width of the body. That way it's not gonna catch on anything as you're coming in sideways, and it will protect this corner more or less of a rear impact or a hard side rear impact. That's about where it's gonna sit inside the bumper, and depending on where this lands up against the body, I might just leave it at this length and call it good. Let's just see how it goes, how it is. What I'm gonna do for mounting the rear bumper to the car is I'm basically going to make two plates for each side. So this plate here, I'm gonna drill these 4 holes, and that's gonna kind of go over the end of the chassis rail here, like this. And then I'm gonna drill the holes through the rear of the body, and this plate's gonna get welded on to the rear of the body. So then there'll be through holes through both, and that will allow me to weld another plate to the actual Bashbar, and this will get the same holes drilled in it, and the Bashbar will come out here like that, and it will come up and hit that main bar that I made to go on the bumper. So I basically have to get this drilled, get this put in position, get it welded to the rear, drill it through to the body, and that will allow me to run 4 bolts through both plates. And if you pull these 4 bolts on each side, you can pull the entire Bashbar off the car. So
a few moments later.
All right, there she is. I just gotta take it off and weld it all in. Man, she'll be good to go.
Wait, what are you doing in here?
Yeah, getting some, oh here, let me show you guys. You guys all wondered what this extra switch was for. Oh, we knew. Boom.
Oh, let's go.
I've got it all wired up, got this in its spot.
Love it.
Yeah.
Well, Jen was gonna keep plugging away on this underglow. We got one, like literally one final thing to do on this thing. It's completely naked. I don't know if you guys saw a post on Instagram, but I was like, what is it missing? Some more stickers. I'll be right back.
You guys, this thing. It's right inside. No. Ah! Dude, this seat's the Lobos right here.
gonna get you guys one quick little shot of it, and then we'll get some cinematics next week when we do the final day, see if this thing works. I'm so pumped. This thing is so sick. Guys, comment below, do you guys think we freaking killed it or not? I'm pumped on it. It's different. How hard is it to make a unique S chassis? Like, comment below, for real, if you guys think we did it. I feel like this thing's fairly unique. It's so hard with an S chassis because there's millions of them. And I mean, the body kit's not necessarily unique or the wheels or anything like that, but I feel like overall it's kind of one of a kind. I'm pumped on it. I love it now. I mean, all right, guys. We're gonna freaking get out of here. We will see you in 1 week. We're gonna do a test day and we'll get some beautiful cinematics. Aaron will go to town on this thing at the track. All right, guys, peace out.